Hello and welcome to this episode of Sabbath Worship with Ben. Hope it's a blessing to you all. This week we're going to have the lesson. Hope you all have a blessed Sabbath. This week's lesson is all about Peter. So King Herod, who was, I believe, like the son of the King Herod who had persecuted Jesus, was once again persecuting the disciples. And so he had James, the brother of John, put to death by the sword. And so all the apostles were now in hiding in Jerusalem because they were trying to avoid King Herod. So Peter was actually captured by King Herod. Since the Jews had been supportive of him executing James to please them, he captured Peter during the Feast of Unleavened Bread and planned to behead him as well. So Peter was put under what we could call high security, maximum security. So he was chained to the wall and to some guards. There were sentries posted outside. The double gate, I believe, in the prison was very high security. He didn't want him to get out before the feast, when he thought he could execute him to please the Jewish people. So he put him under 4 guards to be watched so that during the Passover, which is after the Feast of Unleavened Bread, he could be tried. So one night before Peter was going to be brought out and put on public trial, an angel of the Lord appeared to him. So the angel hit him and told him to get up quickly, and the chains immediately fell off of his hands and his ankles. So Peter got up, and he was told to put on his clothes and his sandals. So Peter was walked outside of the prison through all the gates and the security that had been put onto it, until finally the angel led him outside to the street. The guards all seemed to be asleep, and the gates even opened themselves for him. So Peter thought he was having a vision. So then the angel left, and once Peter was outside, and he realized that no, he was very much awake. So he quickly hurried away from the prison and went to the house of one of the believers who lived nearby. So Peter realized that he had been saved by God from King Herod and the Jewish people. So he left and he went to the house, as I said, of Mary, who was the mother of John, I believe. So many believers were gathered there, praying that the Lord deliver Peter. So a servant named Rhoda went and answered the door. So she was so surprised that she ran off and left Peter when she saw him. When she told everyone she had seen Peter, they all thought she was seeing things or that he was a ghost. Then they came and they saw that he had really been let out of prison. So they praised God for the great miracle that he had done to rescue Peter. So Rhoda, Mary, and all the other believers were extremely happy that Peter was rescued, and they praised the Lord all that night. So the lesson for this story is really that God is able to deliver us. Peter was even able to sleep in prison. Even while his other believers were praying for him, he was able to rest because he trusted that whatever was going to happen, that God had him, that God would protect him and watch over him. So in our daily lives, we can trust in God to watch over us and protect us like Peter did. And we can also rely on him to lead us through difficult times. That if we pray for him, that God is more than able to answer our prayers. So that's the lesson for this week. Hope it meant something to you. Hope you all will have a blessed week. Bye.